And I want you to know that the target of every altar is the priest of that family, or the Christian in that family, the light of that family, the hero of that family. Altar does not look for everyone. It looks for the main person. Like you now, in that your family, you are the one the altar will hate more. You that call yourself a Christian, because you are doing against the will of the altar. Are you hearing me? Yes. The Bible says in the book of Judges 16 from verse 23, Samson never knew that the Philistines erected an altar against him until the day they caught him. And they said, now the Lord of the Philistines gathered together to offer a great sacrifice to Dagon, their God, and to rejoice. And they said, our God has delivered into our hand Samson, our enemy. So it was not Delilah that caught Samson. It was Dagon. It was an altar that was controlling Samson until he was reduced to nothing. Altars, they look for the priest, the target. Because if they smite the shepherd, the sheep will scatter. Some of you are shepherds that God have raised in the family. The Bible said in the book of 1 Timothy 2 from verse 1, it said prayer and supplication should be made. Prayer and supplication should be made for the leaders, those in authorities. Because if your president have been captured by an altar, the nation is captured. If your prophets, your priests have been captured by an altar, the nation is captured. If the police have been captured, if your police is corrupt in a nation, all the nation is doomed. Because there will be wickedness, there will be killing and destruction. So altars always look for the head, the spearman in the family. It looks for the one that God has sent, like Samson, so that the day they catch the president, they catch the pastor, they catch the priest of the family, then they will laugh and say, our God have delivered unto us our enemies. The one who has slain thousands among us. I'm praying for you, somebody. They will not catch you. There's war. Even if you don't know, there's war. And if you decide to ignore it, you will be among the slain that the altar will capture, that the altar will swallow. You will be among the blood that the altar will drink. Because the Bible says a cry was heard in Ramah, lamentation and weeping and mourning. Rachel was weeping for her children. She refused to be comforted because they are no more. In that realm of altar, in that realm of battle, nobody is innocent, not even a child. If a baby can be killed because they were looking for Jesus, babies that know nothing can be killed. What of you? You are saying, what did I do? What have I done to people? You are not ready yet. If babies can be killed in the days of Moses, because they are looking for one Moses, they will kill anybody. And God will fold his hand and be watching and say, I've given you authority, and you align altars to swallow people in your family, to swallow your life. All Christians have to arise. Are you hearing me, somebody? Oh, David cried a lamentation. In the book of 2 Samuel 3, from verse 32, a warrior called Abner. Abner was supposed to be a general that was working with Saul. But when Saul died, he was working with the grandson of Saul. So when the son rebelled, because God had given David the nation, the king, so Abner had a problem with the grandson of Saul, who was ruling 11 cities while David was only king in Judah. So Abner decided to say, okay, I'm going back to David. I want to support David because I see that God has given him the kingdom. So when he went to David, immediately he finished seeing David. Joab, David general, heard that Abner came to see David. And while Abner was going, he ran after Abner and pretended as if he wants to greet him as a friend. And while they were still talking, he brought out a sword and stabbed him to death. And when David heard it, the Bible says David cried. He said, why should Abner die the death of a fool? Many Christians die the death of a fool. Many businesses will fall because many Christians are foolish. ignoring altars. Altars will wait for you. The day of your blessing, the day of your appointed time, that is when it will reduce you. And the king sang a lamentation over Abner and said, should Abner die as a fool dies? The next verse, he said, your hands were not bound, nor your feet put in fetters. As a man falls before wicked men, so you fell. Then all the people wept over them again. I'm praying for you. You will not die the death of a fool. In the name of Jesus Christ. How can you be looking at the trace, the happenings in your family? Powers have been controlling your family. You saw your mother when she just turned 50. She became sick, and she used all the money she gathered for sickness. And you think it's because she was ignorant. She was not eating well. You are going to the gym. Altars does not look at your outward appearance. It does not care what you do. It will always find a way to manifest itself. I'm praying for you. Every altar calling your name, any priest calling your name on a demonic altar, I command that altar to go down today.
Truth TV is inspiring the world by bringing the message of hope in these dark and difficult times.